Can't believe you've been gone this long. But it's all
So I'm going to talk about PreSave campaigns and specifically Spotify PreSave campaigns. So what I want to talk about is you don't need Distrokid to do a PreSave campaign. You don't need their hyperfollow. You don't really need anything. You can actually do it yourself by getting the information that you need yourself in order to create the campaign. And I'm going to show you how. So let's start by going to a website called Spotify for Artists. So this is Spotify for Artists. If you don't know how to access Spotify for Artists, there are probably lots of websites that will help you do that. But for all of you who know how, this is the website I'm showing you now. Basically, if you release a song, you should probably release that song a few weeks before the release date, and you should do that only if you want editorial review of your song so they can consider it for their playlists. And I always do that every time I release a song. I put it out about 4 weeks before the release date, and I've got an example of one here. It's a song called Get It On, and I've actually already submitted that to an editorial review, and it's coming out in a month. Just click on the link. So it's already been submitted. So why am I showing you this? Basically, the thing that you really want here is to look at this URL. So what is so interesting about this URL? Well, basically there's a couple of numbers here. The first one here, if you look at the word here, it says artist / and then there's a big sort of alphanumeric number happening. So if you just copy that, I'm going to put it on Notepad. I may have already done it. No, I haven't. So just put it there. That is your artist number, okay? And what I mean by that, it's your artist URI. So I've just gone to Spotify, and if you click on the share button, you can copy the Spotify URI from Spotify. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to my Notepad page, and you can see here that this is the same as this. And what does that mean? So it means in the URL for your submission, you're actually including your artist URI. Okay, that's not the most amazing thing about what you're seeing, but it made me think, what is this other number here after the word submission? Okay, that number there, I'm just going to paste it here, is your track, your Spotify track URI. So if you go back to Spotify and we pick up one of these tracks, let's look at this one here, and we copy the Spotify URI. Basically, it says Spotify : track, and it's got a big number to it. So what you're seeing on that URL is actually the song, the PreSave URI. It's that song doesn't actually exist yet, right? That song, it doesn't exist in the Spotify world, but it exists in Spotify for Artists, because you can pre-submit that song. So actually, the longer you give yourself to submit the song, the longer time you have to market your pre-save. So I'm just going to get onto that in a second. So why is it important to market your pre-save? So basically, the algorithm in Spotify, it looks at lots of things, but if someone pre-saves your song, right, the more people that pre-save your song, say you've got 100 people pre-saving your song, then on the day that it comes out, they'll get an email that says the song you've pre-saved is out. Okay, so maybe 10 of them or 5 of them will actually listen to the song. So that's quite a powerful thing, right? So if you've got 100 people, 10 or 5, maybe 15 will listen to the song, and it tells Spotify that the day that the song has come out, there are people interested in your song, right? And if you expand that to say 1,000 people, 2,000 or whatever, then you can see the power of this, right? Spotify will see on day one, there are people engaged with you. They've been waiting for your song to come out. And on that first day, people are playing the song. And if they play the song for a long time and they repeat the song in terms of playing that song and they save the song, the algorithm picks up on that and it will send it to Discover Weekly playlists and all sorts of other playlists. So it's a really important feature in my opinion. And that combined with some really good marketing could go a long way for your song. Obviously you need a good song too, because it can actually be counterintuitive, because if you pre-save the song and people listen to the song and switch it off after 2 seconds because they don't like it, then the Spotify algorithm can see that a lot of people don't like your song and will do nothing with it. So, and it may actually backfire. So make sure it's for a good song. I'm sure my song is quite good. And you will get a link to it in this page, as well as you've heard the song at the beginning of this video. So anyway, let's go to the next step. So once we get the track URI, which we just said was this, okay, then you go to a website called Smart URL. So you have to set up a login. Okay, it's a free PreSave link, but you still have to log into the system. That's what I've done. And what you do when you log in is you click on the create button. And then you click PreSave. Okay. And you get this form. Okay. So this is free, by the way, so anyone can do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my artist name, which is VXD. So I've got 455 followers. That sounds like me. That's my face, so it's me. And then I'm going to copy that. Okay, that's not the right one. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy that link. Okay, that's so the song is called Get It On, and the product ID, the actual song, okay, is saying here, the message is saying the product does not exist in Spotify yet. So all of that's saying is right now, as of today, as of the 28th of October, which is what today is, the song is not in Spotify. And that's true because it's going to be released in the future. So then you need to put your release date in, and you can actually check your release date here, the 22nd of November 2019. So I'm going to put that date in here. Okay. And then the message changes. It says pre-ad will not run until the given release date. All it's saying is this doesn't run until the release date. So whoever gets the message will not be able to add this to their, they will not save the song to their save button until that day. But that's fine because it's a pre-save. And that's pretty much it. So you're done pretty much. What you can do is, if you go further down, sorry about this, you can actually see a preview of the pre-save link. Now my pre-save link is looking pretty bad because it's just got my forehead right in there. So I would go ahead and change the image. I'm just going to change the image for the artist. So I'm going to do that. I've got my pictures here. So just to let you know, there's actually a size limit. It's quite a small limit of 150 kilobytes. Don't know why, to be honest. You can upload an image URL, but I've never done that. And that will change. It will get rid of my forehead from that image. And then for the product image, I'm just going to put the same one, which is this is just the album cover. So let's just preview it now. So it's not probably not the best looking thing in the world, but it's definitely not, it doesn't have my forehead, which is what I want. The other thing you can do here is add some links, which can be useful. So I'm going to put a link in there. I'm going to put a link in for my Facebook. I'm just going to leave those two. And you're done, really. That's it. So you can also put a custom alias. So I could call the song Get It On. I'm not going to do that because it's probably been used. So just leave that. Just leave the default. That's it. And then you go to the bottom and you can click Save URL. I'm just going to do it at the top. It works the same way. And there you see, you've got it straight away. You've got your link in there. So let's go and create a new page. And I've just typed in the PreSave page. So this is when someone clicks on that link, they get this. So they can add it to their playlists, or they can add it to their library. Either way, it's going to be saved. Okay, and that's the most important thing. Also, they have the option to follow the artist, which is, you'd want them to do that as well. And then click on PreSave if they want to. Okay, there's a couple of links here to my Instagram and my Facebook. So then I think what you can do, and just to extend this a little bit, you can go to SoundCloud. I'm going to do that now. Get the SoundCloud, and then you can have a look at the song itself in SoundCloud. And this is just an example of how you can use the PreSave link. So you just go and look for the song. I'm just going to go to my profile. And you click edit. And I've already done this, but I'm just going to show you what I've done. And in metadata, you go in and you actually I haven't done it yet, so I'm just going to do that. I was using HyperEdit, but it doesn't matter. So instead of free download, I'm going to put the words PreSave now with one V. The release date's correct. You can put some other information, obviously. So my computer's a bit slow today, so I'll just, I think I'll do a little bit of whistling. Or maybe that's all that happens. So let's just go back here. Okay, so there you go. So you can see the PreSave now is activated. So anyone who will go in and listen to the song will have the ability, if they're interested, to click PreSave now. Then you can put it on your Instagram to say to people, this is my song. Please save the song if you like it. And people will do it, if they really believe in you. And as I say, it's a numbers game actually. So the more you do this, the more people will save, and the more chances that you'll get put on a playlist. Okay, so all the best, and happy saving. Bye.
It's about the time we try to get it on. I tried to talk you out this crazy mess you got into. I tried to walk away from you too many times, but it's now or never. I haven't talked to you since